What's up, Surf Team? How you doing? How you feeling? We are working through recording the weekend services right now. It's a weekend that you're not going to want to miss. I'm just so excited about how God's going to speak and how he's going to move in the church. And I just wanted to reach out. It's been a crazy week for a lot of reasons, for a lot of things. And most of you have more wisdom, more experiential wisdom, more life lived than I do. And when we see things like we experienced this week, whether it be in the media, through news, COVID stuff, but especially with the protests, the now riots, and the tragic news of the life lost of George Floyd, I just want to, and as the church, as people that are living in and amongst neighbors in this community, just urge us to be people of prayer in this time and in this season. And I was reading this week, and I was just so moved in John chapter 11 when it's the story of Lazarus. And of course, Jesus stays where he is, waits. Lazarus passes away, and Jesus says that he loved Lazarus, so he waited. He stayed where he was 2 more days before he responds to the call, before he responds to the need. And then he goes over so that his glory could be revealed, obviously, in the resurrection of the life of Lazarus. But I just couldn't help but think that maybe it was in that moment that he realized that he needed to stay and he needed to wait so that he could sit with Martha and with Mary and that he could weep with them. It's so powerful when you think about, Jesus did not come with a political agenda. He came with a people agenda. And so I just feel like everything in media, everything that we see, hear, read, both ends of the spectrum is politically charged right now. And I was just thinking about, how do we be the church in this time? How do we engage with people? How do we affect people? How do we serve people in our community, in the Littleton community, wherever you're tuning in from? This amazing team has a chance to respond by weeping with people. It's not about a political agenda. It's not about an idea. It's not about an opinion. It's about how we serve people in love. And the thing that makes our church great, things that make the body of Christ so great, is when we unite ourselves, when we sit, when we love with compassion, and we get to just be with people. If there's never a tragedy experienced in the family of Mary, Martha, and Lazarus, Jesus never has the opportunity to sit with them and to weep with them. So before we look to speak, before we look to inform, before we even look to post, could we just move our hearts toward compassion? Could we weep with our neighbors? Could we weep with people that are hurting instead of responding or having some conflicting view as somebody else? Would we look this week? We don't get to serve in this amazing building that we like to call home, but you can serve your community. You can serve somebody that you know. You can serve somebody that's hurting right now, wherever they're at, whatever their circumstance, whatever their season, whatever their race. Jesus is the great equalizer. And so I'm just so thankful for the example that you guys have set in this community where I grew up. Did not experience a lot of diversity. And so sometimes I am not quick to weep with people going through this because I'm not quick to understand. And so this week, could we just set time aside and be a people diligent in prayer for the hurting? I love you. I'm so excited about some things that hopefully we're going to get to do to show you guys how much we miss you and appreciate you. We will talk to you real soon. Have an incredible weekend. Wear sunscreen.